the earthquake, as you said, was well offshore. It was further from the coast to the southwest than the 2004 earthquake. Rather than being along the Sunda Trench, where the Australia-India plate dives underneath Asia, it was within the Australia-India plate and in what we call the outer rise. And that means that it was so far from the coast that earthquake damage is, or significant earthquake damage is unlikely. And initial estimates of the mechanism of the earthquake show that it was predominantly horizontal motion, one side of the fault moving horizontally relative to the other, which is very good because it would minimise the chance of a major tsunami.
Well, that certainly is good news. We are trying to work out as to whether or not the tsunami has struck the coastline. Do you have any word on this?
No, I don't, because the accuracy with which you can predict the arrival time is a little bit variable depending on ocean depth and so on, and so I'm not sure about the exact time, but it is about now, and I would expect that if it is a strikes at fault, as we've just mentioned, then it would not be a big tsunami, but I would expect that you would see or measure at least the arrival of the tsunami.
Gary, we mentioned it's several hundred kilometres off the west coast of northern Sumatra at a depth of some 32 kilometres from the ocean floor. How devastating could this be? You're saying that the makeup of this earthquake would mean that it wouldn't be as devastating as the 2004 Boxing Day tsunami, but with the information that we do have, how devastating could the tsunami wave be?
Okay, firstly, that depth position is the depth of the start of the rupture. It's a big earthquake, there's no question at all about that. Because we didn't know the mechanism earlier, the first magnitude estimates were probably a little bit too high, and the latest estimates are probably closer to 8.5, and I think that's what it will end up as. And the rupture, actually, for an earthquake of magnitude 8.5 will be hundreds of kilometres, 300 or 400 at least, possibly more, along the trench, along the south coast of Sumatra. At this stage, I don't know which way the rupture went, whether it started at that initial point and headed north, or whether it headed to the southeast. South along Sumatra, and the effect of the earthquake, depending on which way the rupture went, would be quite different. And at this stage, we don't have enough information to know which way it went.
Yeah, it is very difficult to ascertain these details. It's so early into this breaking news. But considering the information that we do have, what sort of wave could this earthquake generate?
I would be surprised if the shore tsunami exceeded a metre. It could, but it would be nothing like as bad as the 2004 one. The 2004 one had vertical motion of the seafloor. Everything went wrong there as far as tsunami damage.
Because we know that there are tsunami alerts out for India, Sri Lanka and Thailand. Do you think that the wave won't reach those countries?
I think a measurable wave will reach those countries, but I don't think it will be as serious as, or anything like as serious as the 2004 event.